Hello everyone, this is Edray1416 here with another conservative commentary. Today's commentary is on UW Health's clinical cancer trial that combines 3 chemotherapy drugs. Before I begin, I want to say Happy New Year to everyone watching. Also, I would like to state right here that this commentary is not meant to immediately scare cancer patients with the examples that I'm going to bring up. If you still insist on getting chemotherapy if you have just been diagnosed, it is your right. For anyone that would like alternatives, I will show you how to defeat cancer in this video. For the cancer patients watching, I wish you well and hope you can defeat the disease any way you can. With that being said, today's avatar is Dr. Thomas Minahan. Let's see what Dr. Carrie Wasinski has to say on the subject.
This is a phase 1 trial, and what it is combining carboplatin and paclitaxel, 2 chemotherapies that we commonly use for many different types of cancer, with a newer drug called talazoparib, which is an oral pill form of a PARP inhibitor that's been recently shown to be a very potent PARP inhibitor. The idea of this study is that when you combine a PARP inhibitor with chemotherapy, in particular platinum chemotherapies, that combination might be more effective than using one or the other alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is why I hate medical doctors with a burning passion. They use their intelligence to try to convey a message that chemotherapy, regardless of combination, can help you destroy the cancer. Let me ask you something, Dr. Wasinski. Why would you use a potent drug that is effective only for stage 1 cancer when most people are either diagnosed with stage 3 or stage 4 cancer? You doctors have been studying cancer constantly for the past 60 years, and more people are dying from cancer than ever before. Why? Because no matter what chemotherapy you administer to a cancer patient, the chemotherapy is going to kill the cancer patient faster than the disease itself. And if you survive the 5-year period, the cancer is going to come back in a metastasized fashion to where you give the cancer patient a death sentence. For you cancer patients watching and are scared right now, I want you to watch this video on how chemotherapy will kill you. Link will be in the description. Let's continue this video.
Primarily, we think about carboplatin and paclitaxel being effective for diseases like lung cancer, some of the GI malignancies, breast cancer, in particular triple-negative breast cancer, and ovarian cancer, although there are several other disease types that it really does make some sense to think about carboplatin and paclitaxel for. The other patient population that this study is really of interest for are those who have a BRCA1 or BRCA2 gene mutation. Those are hereditary cancer syndromes that can predispose to breast and ovarian cancer in particular. And in those groups, the PARP inhibitors have been shown to have potential activity.
Dr. Wasinski, let me tell you something. Cancer is not genetic. Cancer is the result of 2 things: toxicity and a nutritional deficiency. In the case of toxicity, acrylamides brought on by oil refineries, inhaling fumes from trans fatty acids when cooking food, and of course smoking are examples of toxicity. Nutritional deficiencies like selenium, gallium, copper, chromium, vanadium, and arsenic are the causes of cancer. Why arsenic? Because a study conducted concluded a trace of arsenic a day can prevent and reverse leukemia. So if a person's parents eat crappy foods their whole life and you eat clean and take your minerals daily, does that mean you will get cancer like they did? No. Dr. Wasinski, you may want to research nutritional deficiency and diseases to learn how cancer actually begins.
We're looking for any patients who might be typically treated with carboplatin and paclitaxel as part of their standard treatment for their cancer, and who have are fit enough to consider for a phase 1 study. So the way we designed the study is a little different. So what we're thinking is that we wanted to investigate primarily how we can safely combine these agents together. So what we're looking at is giving carboplatin every 3 weeks, paclitaxel weekly, and then this PARP inhibitor for either 7 days around the carboplatin, or subsequently we're going to look at a 3-day schedule too.
Safely combine those things to a drug that has been proven to kill people faster than the disease itself? No, you cannot be serious. Let me tell you, cancer sufferers and cancer survivors watching. This is an example of the medical industry wanting to take advantage of people that are sick rather than tell them how to defeat the disease properly. The average patient is going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars overall for chemotherapy treatment. And from many stories that I've heard, after they treat you with chemotherapy, they'll give you gelatin for strength. No, that is not how a person gets better after treatment, because cancer feeds off sugar. Here's the worst part. Our tax dollars for the past 40-plus years have gone toward researching for a cure just to experiment. Dr. Wiskinski, what good are these experiments going to do for cancer patients when chemotherapy has been proven time after time that it kills people? Don't give an opinion. Present the facts on the risk the drugs can bring to cancer patients.
And so really what we're looking for is the combination effect. But then after 4 to 6 cycles of the combination, we allowed patients to be treated a little bit more towards the discretion of their doctor. So either they can combine just the carboplatin and this PARP inhibitor alone, they can continue on all 3 drugs, or for patients that the doctor thinks it might be a good option, we can actually go to the PARP inhibitor, talazoparib, alone, but then on a daily continuous schedule.
No, it will not work, and here's why. A medical doctor worth their salt would advise against adding other drugs to a patient's chemotherapy treatment because it would run the risk of a cancer patient depleting their immune system to the point where if the cancer tumor survives, there is no hope for the patient. You cannot just pile on 1, 2, or 3 extra drugs on top of the drug that is supposed to destroy cancer tissues. You gotta remember that chemotherapy is a radioactive drug, and if you add these others, the cancer patient will likely die in a couple of days due to the potency of those drugs. And that's the end of the video. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow cancer survivors and current cancer sufferers, this is the most frustrating commentary that I've ever done. The lies, the exploitation, the death of cancer sufferers that could have been avoided with naturopathic medicine, etc. What do I mean by exploitation? Cancer sufferers pay hundreds of thousands of dollars just to get treated only for the cancer to metastasize for the medical doctors to tell you that they can't help you anymore. Then you are broke and dying because the treatment failed you because the medical establishment exploited you for their own personal gain. Now I said earlier that there is a way you can fight and defeat cancer without having to suffer needlessly from chemotherapy. First off, stop eating junk food. Processed carbohydrates is the main cause of cancer. That means no more chips, no more carbonated beverages, no more pasta, no more pizza, no more bread. Second, don't eat fried food. When you eat fried food, you take in acrylamides, which will destroy your immune system. If you eat red meat, do not eat it well done. Eating red meat well done will destroy the CoQ10 and give you heterocyclic amines, a chemical that is carcinogenic. So what would you cancer sufferers rather have, CoQ10 or heterocyclic amines? The most important part about fighting cancer is supplementation. That means take colloidal minerals so the body gets its nutrients in a hurry. Some colloidal minerals contain a trace of arsenic, which is necessary to fight leukemia. A tiny amount daily of arsenic is safe. Don't take a lot or you'll die from arsenic poisoning. It's also wise to take in liquid calcium so you can digest your food properly. The other supplement I believe you can fight cancer with is liquid resveratrol. It is a major antioxidant. The most important supplement to take is selenium. Not only will selenium amplify the antioxidants you take in from supplementation and food, but selenium will also recycle the antioxidants, meaning the antioxidants will help the body fight cancer better than if you take antioxidants without selenium. Before you cancer patients start doing any of the following that I suggested, go to a naturopathic doctor instead of a medical doctor for details on how to stay healthy and fight cancer without suffering. Naturopathic doctors are trained in nutrition and can walk you through on the specific cancer you have. Consulting a naturopathic doctor, avoiding the bad foods, taking in colloidal minerals, and taking in antioxidants, with selenium, can help you defeat cancer and save you a whole lot of money in the long run. I don't want to see cancer sufferers and cancer survivors grieving over the disease. Their experiences fighting and defeating cancer should not be unpleasant. Anyway, I'm Edray, and I'm out of here.